morning, Sri Lanka. What a way to start the early AM then with us.
On a midweek.
On a midweek Wednesday. Good morning to you, Wassam.
Good morning to you, Jason. It's nice to be with you on a Wednesday morning, especially when it's just 2 days away for the month to end.
Yeah, unfortunately, dude, it's really mad how fast this year is moving. I mean, it was just, I don't know, for me it's like moving super fast, like accelerated speed.
Well, yeah, kind of, but I can tell you what, the month is moving really fast because it's a short month.
True that. Anyways, the people that just tuned in are probably wondering, who is that man with the orange shirt sitting on Good Morning Sri Lanka's couch? Obviously, he's our next guest, and he is a great photographer and also, I would say, a production designer because he does make a lot of models and really cool stuff that has film potential. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to Sanjaya Vithana. Good morning.
Good morning, and thanks for being with us on the show.
Yes, thank you.
So actually, Jason, it's actually a topic that you are quite interested in, aren't you?
Yes, very much so. Because I understand, Sanjaya, that you are one of the only, like, there's a few of us in Sri Lanka, like hardcore Star Wars fans. Yes?
Yes.
Solid. This has just made my day. I'm in the presence of another Star Wars fan. Well, thank you for being one of them. All right, so Sanjaya, let's speak about your photography. Now, you are a photographer by profession as well.
Yes.
So let's talk about what sort of photography you're into.
Well, I like all type of photography, but I'm not into event coverage, mostly commercial sort of work. I do fashion, architecture, jewelry, food, which I really love. The most interesting part in food photography is at last, because eating part, I love that.
Yeah, food photography. Just recently we had a food photographer as well, and he said that's the best part of being a food photographer.
Yeah, I remember that, Jason. You and I did that interview, and remember the entire morning we were craving for all the food you put up on the screen.
Yeah, unfortunately. But no, it turns out like that is a really cool. So you kind of dabble in every single kind of photography type there is. But now you mentioned not event photography. Why is that? Because I understand, like, I mean, in Sri Lanka, where art is still a growing kind of, if you want to get into that type of job, it's still a growing platform. But why not event photography? Because that's really where the money is.
It's not my cup of tea, so.
Okay. I see. So that makes.
So can I get this straight? I mean, I would say when you take photographs for events and stuff, it's a lot about taking pictures of people. Do you enjoy taking pictures of people?
Oh, of course, yes. When I take fashion photography, it's taking pictures of people again. But I like more. How can I say it? I mean, more organized and more perfect pictures and just clicking the camera.
Wow, okay. So if you had a choice on any given day, what would you choose to photograph?
What do you mean?
On any given day, you would say you're given a project. Somebody gives you a project.
Okay.
What would your highest preference be?
Would it be
fashion
food or fashion? Yeah.
I mean, anything will do. I mean,
okay.
Oh, anything will do. Okay. You're like, hey, I'd like you to take pictures of this dog.
All right, I'll do it.
I'll do it. It's fine. All right. So you've been like pretty much in the profession of photography since the early '80s.
Late '80s.
The late '80s. So that's pretty cool. So like, how has photography changed since? I'm guessing you started off with film.
Oh yes.
Film camera.
I still love film, because you don't get that feel in digital.
You don't?
Because film smells, you feel it. That feel is not there in the digital, but it's good. I mean, both has plus and minuses.
Right.
It's a very materialistic feeling, like when you use film. That way, because you tend to kind of make your own photograph in a sense, like
true. Also, I mean, I've got to ask you this. Like, okay, nowadays with digital photography and stuff, you know, the moment you take like a picture, and any professional photographer out there, they see the picture on your screen, right? So they know, okay, if they've done justice to what they needed to capture or not. But those back in the day, like when you had film and stuff, you know, how would you figure out if you'd taken the shot the way you wanted it done?
That's where you have to know your basic. I mean, you have to know about it. I mean, what is photography, is the lighting, and about the exposures, the basics, at least the basics. So then you calculate things and you do it, and when you keep on doing it for some time, you know this is how you get the picture finally. You know it. But like you said, it's kind of, I mean, it's sometimes it's risky. Also, there's this excitement till you get the last picture into your hand. When you get it, I mean, when you have done a good job, it satisfies you amazingly. But in the professional, I mean, as a professionals have this facility of looking at a picture at that time also. There's this, it's not a film, it's a film and a print combined thing, Polaroids. So we used to use Polaroids in large format and medium format cameras. So it's the same thing as a digital LCD panel in the camera. But you don't get it in the 35mm camera, only medium format and large format cameras.
Right. All right. Now, people that are just tuning in are probably wondering what your photographs look like. So I don't know. Let's just take a quick look at your photographs, kind of see what you've been working with the past few years. All right. So just waiting for the photographs. That's what we do here, just waiting. All right. So this is fashion photography, I'm guessing. Obviously, this is.
It's a jewelry design done by Monitor student.
Now this is something completely off of photography. This is something where your designs, kind of your projects where you make models, which we will get into later on. And this looks a lot like Star Wars. I can see Star Wars has influenced your life a lot.
This is also my model making.
Okay, so what is this exactly? It seems like a wreath?
Yes, it's all made except for sand.
Okay. And back to your photography again. This is your architectural
photography.
So this is more of your professional work, like you work closely with architects and take photos.
Yes.
Right.
And that's a watch?
Yes.
Okay, tell us a bit about this picture.
It's it was done with film, and this is a watch that I got as a present.
Right.
And I did it for fun. It's a daylight shot.
Cool, cool. And this one is, again, I'm guessing for architectural purposes. Interesting. Food. And we come to your favorite, the food. You get to pick out. Now this is for, I'm guessing for a hotel here in Sri Lanka.
Yes.
And these are pizzas. Wow, this is film. You can really tell this is film, isn't it?
I have a nice story on this. After the shoot, I asked the chef, "Can I taste this?" He's a foreign chef. He told me, "No, you cannot. This is cold. I make you a new one."
Oh, wow.
So he made a new one for me.
I've noticed that, like real Italian pizza. They say
it is real Italian pizza.
Yeah. I made a good guess there.
Actually, most of the pictures we saw on screen were taken with film, right?
Some are digital, some are film. Yeah.
Okay. Nowadays, I'm just coming back to present and past again, right? Nowadays, with the technology and equipment that we have, there's enough room for people to actually explore with trial and error, and but I think back in the day it was more of an expensive hobby, right?
Yeah.
Film photography.
Even now it is. If you're going to be a professional photographer, it is. I mean,
yeah, but nowadays I think with your SD cards and stuff, you can just just photograph over and over and over on it. But then
the problem is cameras have lifetimes. So when you use it for some time,
so you're saying there's a number of clicks?
Yes, number of clicks. The sensor
deteriorates,
kind of. Yes.
So actually, the question I was trying to get to was that back in the day with these cameras, how does one actually get into learning photography?
Well,
let's take your life for example. How did you get into it?
Mostly reading and experimenting.
Right. So it was mostly self-taught.
So also I got the opportunity when I left school, I got this lovely opportunity to work in a leading company in the country. And I got to work with Mr. Saurabh Pereira, who's a veteran. I mean, he's a very versatile photographer. And we did huge jobs those days, huge projects. I mean, some shoots will be like a cinema shoot. I mean, using a lot of light. Sometimes we did aerial photography using helicopters and stuff. But sad to say, nowadays it's not happening much.
Right.
So I got a huge experience working for them for 2.5 years.
Right.
After that, I thought I should go on my own.
Right. Now, one thing that I noticed in the photographs that we saw was that we were just speaking about his production designs. I wouldn't call it production designs because they're more like models that you would make for a production. So I'm in the right at the same time. Let's take a look at a couple of your designs that you made. I could have sworn I saw a dinosaur. Oh wait, that is not a dinosaur. That is food. And again, back to your photography. This is a picture of perfume.
Yeah, it's a perfume. It's again a fun shot.
Ooh, fashion shoot. This is really hard. I understand, like fashion shoots, because you have to really time with your models. You have to make sure your lighting's really good, especially studio work.
Yes.
And you told me you took 4 days for that shoot.
We did several shots,
Okay.
but not only that photograph.
No, of course.
Yes. So yeah, it takes time to plan things and do it properly.
These are phenomenal. That's lampreis,
Yes.
and that just looks amazing.
Oh, back
that-
to models, Jason.
And back to models, my two favorite things in the world.
How long ago was that?
In the sense,
How long ago was that taken?
about 3 years back.
3 years ago.
And this is
fairly
digital
recent.
photography. I'm guessing this is your transition into digital photography.
These are digital ones.
Okay.
Yes. Even that black and white photograph is a digital photograph.
Right.
This is untouched. These photographs are not edited with softwares. No.
Okay,
And back to set design.
Oh.
This is a model that was done for a visiting center, not for a movie or anything.
Okay, and we're back to
to
other
models.
models. This is an interesting combination of work you have here.
from object
Sanjay.
models to
Yeah.
human models.
I wish I had your job right now.
Yeah, Jason would just love to do model photography.
Everybody loves. Yes.
So, something I've heard with photographers here in Sri Lanka is that unlike abroad, where all these models love to get in touch with the photographer to get themselves like photographed and stuff. Apparently, I don't know if I'm wrong, so that's what I'm going to ask you. Apparently, it's not so easy working with models here in Sri Lanka.
Yes.
Is that true?
True.
Why? Do tell us.
Most of the models don't have proper training. But
Okay.
this particular model, it was, she was trained by Rosenda. It was easy for me. She knew what to do. But most of the models don't have proper training.
Like the basic foundation of what a model
Yes.
should do, I'm guessing?
They should be intelligent, mainly.
Right.
And you should cooperate with also photographers. What I say is, if there's a model shoot, you should treat the model as a queen, because if she's in a bad mood, photograph is not going to look good. So you have to treat the model because they're human beings. A lot of people think that modeling is easy, just being in front of the camera. It is not. It's very tiring. It's very tiring. So you have to respect that.
I see.
So,
But of course, at the same time, I mean, that'd be like certain things you'd want to get out of that shot. And how do you handle a situation when a model isn't so responsive to what you want them to do in front of camera?
so far,
Would you throw something at them and be like, hey, pay attention?
no, I would be like, I try to be nice to models always.
Of course.
I can
Completely joking here.
No, I don't shout at people. So, no, I mean, if I have to, I would, but not in a shoot because that ruins their mood. So,
I see.
So it will not good in the picture. So you shouldn't.
So what
do
you're
that.
saying is you'd rather not take the shot than make them upset.
Yes, but sometimes you have to do it. Something you have to tell the model. But sometimes there are incidents that I came across so many problems but anyway, I got away with it. So
Okay, all right. On that note, Sanjaya, we'll go into a quick commercial break. And we'll be back with more of Sanjaya, and also his 3D models this time. And also coming up after the break, Wasam will do something amazing. I don't know if he's going to do it, but we'll see right after this commercial break.